Swing your scammer round and round, slap him in the face and knock him to the ground. Pick him back up and knock him back down. Yee-haw! Scammers on the phone trying to steal your dough. No see dough and no more dough. Screwing with scammers, swinging the scammers round and round, slaps him in the face and knocks him to the ground. Yee-haw! Picks him back up and knocks him back down. Screwing with scammers, saving your dough. Yee-haw!
All right. Welcome, everyone. Here we are. Please hit the like button so
Share.
we get those counts up, guys. And the missus is right there.
Hi there.
Good evening.
She's crocheting away, her usual pastime. The doggies are there somewhere. There's Lilo and that old pumpkin down here. Poor Pumpkin's getting old. She's getting up there, 12 years old now. Yeah. Well, how's everybody doing? We got to welcome Glenn and Drew and Betty and Barney and I know I almost forgot to introduce Dixon.
Dixon's one of my favorites.
Yeah, his son is my favorite.
Yeah.
Barry Myaz. Nice guy. That's great for the funeral scammers.
Yeah, that's my son, Barry.
Barry Myaz. That's it. Well, let's go see who's here. Howdy from Cathra. Cathra, welcome. Your videos have been super entertaining and funny. Love watching them. Julie is here in the house. Good evening. Each and everyone is doing well this Friday. Thank you very much. Raven is here. Happy Friday, everyone. Raven, thank you. Everybody's saying hello back to each other. Let me see. Oh, Manuel's in the house. Manuel, welcome. Bienvenidos, my friend.
Hello, Manuel.
How are you feeling, Manuel? Give us an update. And Catherine, give us an update on your son. No, not Catherine.
It was BB. BB's son. BB's son.
Get everybody mixed up tonight. BB's son. Well, Catherine, I hope your son is well, too. Robert is in the house. Robert says hello to everyone. From the UK, he's up late. He's a night owl like me. Manuel says, my friend SWS, tell your missus she was right about my surgery last week on Monday. She's right here.
I worked in open heart surgery in ancient days, but I know about the process.
Yeah, that's kind of the teachings you don't forget is your background and what you did for 45 years.
Yeah.
Catherine, guys, cross your fingers for me. I have final expense scammers supposed to call me tomorrow. Yes. I told him I work for State Farm and he wants to propose a business deal.
Oh my.
That's really funny, Catherine. I hope you get him on the hook for a long time. Seamus is here. Welcome, Seamus. Good evening to you. Nice to have you aboard. Manuel says, I'm feeling better now. I was doctor appointment early morning on Wednesday. Well, I hope you got good news. Raven says hello to Catherine. She's laughing at Catherine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this week, I had some fun with a few scammers. And those of you who remember the character I introduced a long time ago, didn't do him for a little bit. And then I brought him back this week and I was having fun. It's the old, great comedian, Foster Brooks. And the first time I ever saw him, he was on an old show called The Steve Allen Show. And Steve Allen introduced him as a congressman or something like that. And got out there and he got out. Hello, Steve. Thank you for having me on your show. And he did the entire show like that. Steve Allen came back in the next couple of days and said, I got letters from everyone telling me, why did you have this guy on? Why did you keep him on the television show? Why didn't you just get him off, kick him out? So he had to come back and explain, well, Foster Brooks hadn't touched a drop of alcohol in over 30 years. And that's at the time he was on the show. And he played a drunk so well, it was convincing. After that, his career took off. He was on the Adam 12. He was on Dragnet. He was on Emergency. He was on so many television shows. And of course, he played a drunk. And I was fortunate enough to come up to Vegas many, many years ago. It was in the late 70s, and I got to see him live. And his humor was just outstanding, and it was fun. And I got a lot of comments saying that they recognized Foster Brooks right away. And they really, I think it was Raven, said it sounded like you had about a full pint of bourbon. It could have been. That's how he sounded. So, and my latest character just went up. It's a skit from Cheech and Chong, Pedro de Pacas, and his best friend, Man, who's the stoner. And the stoner happened to answer the phone for the final expense. No, I'm sorry. It was the car warranty scammer. And boy, did I bring him around the block. He started trying to play, didn't know what else to do.
He said he was going to come over.
He was going to come over and suffocate me. Well, I said, come on over. You could be careful because at my place, you can die of lead poisoning. It's very bad. The copper-jacketed lead is just not forgiving. So just be careful when you come over. I don't want you to get lead poisoning.
Yeah.
Spencer's here.
Hello, Spencer.
Hey, Spencer.
Hello, everybody. Hi, guys.
Well, I hope a lot of you guys were able to check out some of the stuff from Rick Rickenbacker this week. It was killing me. It was just so funny. It was hilarious. I posted a couple on my page to share, and we pushed him over the top. He just clicked over to 2,000 subscribers this week.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we'll keep promoting him so he can get up there in the numbers because he is brilliant. He's got the most brilliant humor that he does is amazing. So
And his music.
And his music. He's a great guitarist. His original music that he writes, it's fantastic. So,
Hey, Roger. Sure.
Yeah.
Flirts. We're getting close to 10K. And I understand. I don't have a YouTube channel like you do, but I understand from other people like this that YouTube will give you an idea of how long it may take just based on your current subscription level, et cetera, on when you might get to 10,000. Do you have access to that or do you know?
I have, it's in the statistics. I just got to go dig into it a little more and see where.
Okay.
And I know the big level is 1 million. That's when you get some certificate. You can hang on the wall, or you could hang it in the bathroom on the roll. I don't know, something like that.
I think we're a ways from that.
At 100,000, you get the silver one, and then 1 million, you get the gold one. I think
that's
so.
what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. But
How about you, Drew? Did you get the silver?
Oh, no.
Not yet.
Oh, no. I'm getting close
You're
to
about
14,000.
89,000 from it. You're about 89,000 away.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I don't remember. I can look.
Well, again, this is not a commercial for this drink, but I got to tell you, I'm hooked on it. No sugar, no flavor, no color, no scent. No, wait a minute, that's water. No, this is pretty good though. Waterloo, and I looked at the manufacturer, and it was somewhere in France, made by some kind of Bonaparte company. I don't know. I'm not sure. France, Bonaparte, Waterloo. Oh, you guys are bad with history.
I feel like
Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon Bonaparte lost at Waterloo.
Boner.
Boner. He said boner.
It's really good, especially for anybody who's got the diabetes. If anybody's got diabetes, this is really good. Or if you're kind of borderline diabetes and you don't want to prick your finger anymore, I got a special deal for you guys.
I'm just going to stick to my ice water.
So that's just a short drink then?
We're going to call it Dr. Pepper.
Actually, when I worked at a company.
You sound like a Cylon.
I worked at a company for 23 years, and they had free ice water in the break rooms. I drank a lot of ice water over those years. Oh, yeah.
Woo-hoo.
They gave it away for free. They also had free hot chocolate. But
Out.
yeah, they did. They had free hot chocolate, too, but I always stuck with the ice water.
We used to get free coffee and free tea or whatever at the hospital. I didn't mind that, especially when I was working the midnight shift. I'll take all the coffee you want to give me.
Did you ever, when you worked the midnight shift, did you ever fall asleep on the job? Like in the break room or something?
Oh,
I
no,
only ever
never
did it one
Nope,
time.
never
I did
put
it
my
one
head
time.
down on the desk. Now, I couldn't because we were up for inspection at any time by the city. And one night around 2:30 a.m., I was in the boiler room, and that's where we had our office because we had to stay there. As an ordinance that said you had to have an operator, a licensed high-pressure steam operator on duty in the office 24/7. And I was checking some readings or whatever. Guy walked in with security and said, "Hey, this is the guy from the city boiler inspector. He just wants to check license." I said, "Yeah, here. Anytime they could come by."
Oh, wow.
And my friends that are still working in Los Angeles, they said that, nah, they don't come by anymore. I said, yeah, now that's great. See, I could have put my feet up and took a nap for a couple of days. But now they don't have the resources to do it.
Yeah, I worked third shift for a credit card company in the authorizations department. And I think my shift, it's been a long time, but it was like 10 at night to like 6 in the morning. And one time only did I go to the break room to take a break. And the next thing I know, I woke up and it was like an hour later. And I was like, oh, crap. I don't think any of my team even noticed I was gone. And we weren't very busy, but I was like, holy crap. I never, ever did it again, but only did it once. So
the only job I ever had, we called it graveyard shift, but it was my first experience when I got into radio. And they put me on the graveyard shift because I was the new guy. So I did midnight to 7. So I got a little bit of the morning drive time, which every radio person wants drive time. If you've never done radio, we crave for it. Can be evening drive time or morning drive time. So I was happy I got a little bit of the morning drive time. But I had and then it turned into a talk radio show, and it went on for like 7 years. But when you work at a radio station, as tired as you might get, you can fall asleep because then it just goes dead there, and you won't have a job. Yeah.
Hey, Roger, it's a Costanza.
Yeah.
It's a Costanza said something. He said, keep an eye out for the war in India.
Oh, yeah.
I actually asked
on my channel too.
Yeah, I actually asked a scammer if they were concerned about India and Pakistan, and the lady pretended like she had no idea what I was talking about. I was like, oh, okay, sure.
Jim says, good evening. Jim R., nice to have you in the house.
Welcome, Jim.
And well, good. I'm waiting for a doctor appointment from another heart doctor. Well, get as many as you can on board and make sure you're following their instructions and just get well, Manuel.
Absolutely.
Cardiac rehab.
Yep. Everybody said hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, Darlene is in the house. Hello, Darlene. Nice to have you here. Spencer Manuel says hello to you.
Hi, Manuel. Good luck to you, my friend. I know what it means about years. I have a few of them. I just never see. So bless your heart.
I like this. Robert is the best. He has the best comments to the videos. Have you ever thought of asking Medicare scammers if they do a video package too, so they can keep an eye on you rather than waiting around for your neck? Oh, instead of wearing the one around my neck for the alert system. Can we do a video? That would be really funny.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a Holter monitor because I had one, but it actually kind of stuck to my chest, and then I had the little phone thing that they gave me to Willie. I'm sure you both probably know what I'm talking about. I had to wear that. I
just did one.
Oh yeah, I didn't know you actually did it.
Yeah, last weekend, her 48-hour study.
Yeah, okay. I had to wear mine for 2 weeks.
They didn't stick there. They kept falling off.
Well, they gave me a huge package of stickers that I could reapply and reapply. And yeah, it would fall off because I love to sleep on my stomach, and I'm kind of a little guy. So, but I figured out how to do it to where it didn't press into my breastbone and sternum and all that. So that didn't really bother me. But you sweat sometimes, and they fall off. And they gave me a huge. I still have some left. They gave me so many. I have some left. I don't know what to do with them.
Sell them
I
to the
don't know.
scammers when they call you.
I'm going to say sell them. Right.
I got a new scam the
Hey,
other day. They called me about giving me free internet access, and they were going to send me a SIM card. I said, "What's a SIM card for?" And they said, "It's for your phone." I said, "Well, my phone hangs on the wall in the kitchen. Where am I supposed to put it?"
A landline. They had what we're talking about.
Julie says, "Hello, Spencer. Hope you and your father are doing better. How's his ankle doing?"
Hey, Julie. Hey there. He is going to physical therapy twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1:00. He has about 6 more weeks of that to go. And this happened, guys, on January 24th. So it's still an ongoing situation that
Good.
will eventually heal. It's still swollen, but they're saying that that's still normal at this point. But he's just wanting to
Yeah.
get it fixed. We can get back to playing basketball. Julie, thank you, and Roger, and
Good.
everybody for asking about him. He is my
Yep.
best friend in the world.
Always concerned.
Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. Not so much.
Have you guys
Yeah,
noticed
Reagan, I
recently?
agree. Rick's life story, War of the Roses. That's definitely for sure.
Have you
What was
guys
that, Drew?
noticed? Have you guys noticed recently when the Medicare scammers call, the intro voice message that you get? I don't know if it's AI or what, if it's just a recording, but they've started to say, "I'm calling to you about the open enrollment 2025."
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I'm like, what? It's like they're using old recordings or something. It's like, how dumb can you guys be? And I always ask them, do you know what month it is? Do you know what year we're in?
Well, the new AI for the they call you and you answer and they say, "Hey, I'm going to get you better car insurance and whatever, blah 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 blah." No, I'm sorry, car insurance is one, but no, it's your car warranty. No, sorry. Let's try this again. Home warranty. We're going to cover all of your appliances. And then they get on the phone and they're selling me a car warranty. And I said, wait a minute. I want to get my appliances covered like the first lady said. Like Emma said. It's like, come on. They don't even know what script was playing. So they have no idea.
I don't
now
even.
we got a lot of calls where they just say hello.
And it reminds me of the song. I just called to say hello. And I go, that's all you got? Hello? And then you quit?
Or the line of
dirty low down quitters. Yeah. Tina, I gotta say, you're one of my favorite subscribers out there. You have the best comments. And thank you for your support of the channel. You are great. I really appreciate that. Tina buys coffees for me every month through my Buy Me a Coffee page, and she's a great supporter of the channel. And I wouldn't be able to have even my Waterloo. I'll buy Waterloo or my coffee with it. So I really appreciate that. But this is for all of us. Hey, hello. Thanks for stomping out the scammers. And that's what we're trying to do.
Water with your coffee money. Now, come on.
I know. Well, coffee's a hell of a lot cheaper than this dang water is too. They had the big tub. Well, this won't affect Drew at all, but at Sam's Club, they had the huge plastic can of Folgers regular coffee for $11. So that was cheap. That's one of my favorite coffees.
You drink decaf or regular, or do you mix it?
Oh no, decaf. I don't put regular fuel in my Challenger. You know, it's like I'm the Challenger. I got to put the top quality premium fuel.
Yeah.
Hey, I take the metoprolol to counteract that.
I take metoprolol 100 milligrams a day.
There you go. I get a 25 broken in half twice a day, so I'm not there yet.
I have.
Of years.
You guys know. Well, you're both. We're hospital here, but I have PVCs. It's what they call it in my heart, and
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it makes a real. It's a very scary situation, which I won't go into detail about it here. But so I started out on 25 back in 2018 milligrams, and then I got a different doctor. It's a little bit above a cardiologist. I can't remember what ologist he is. His name is Dr. James Muth. But anyway, he started increasing it to 50 and then 75. And now I'm at 100, which seems to be the perfect right amount for me.
There you go. And his name was Bullwinkle J. Moose. What?
Exactly. That's what it was.
She has PVCs.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't even
Yeah.
know what that was until I wound up
I
having
know
them.
what it is. I know exactly what it is. It's my sprinkler pipe. It's all PVC piping.
When they said I had PVCs in my heart, I made a little joke with the doctor. I'm like, I haven't been eating any little plastic tubing though. And he actually got the joke. He laughed. He's like, no, but and then he told me what they are. I'm like, okay, but when most people hear the term PVC, they think of that kind of thing.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Sounds like a silent there for a second. No, when she was diagnosed with it, I said, "You got PVCs in your heart. Did they just replace the valves with PVC valves?"
That's funny.
Never
Yeah,
heard of
okay.
it.
That's a good one.
Shut off, Val.
Samantha's in the house.
Hello, Samantha.
Hello, Samantha Harris. Nice to see you here. Julie says hello. Happy Friday to everybody. Let me see. It's the Costanza. Yeah, keep an eye on the war. Thanks. Yeah, I saw your post, your comment on my channel there. It's the Costanza. Yeah, you know what? I don't think they've slowed down since the war is breaking out, or threat of war over there. They're still throwing their scams in our face.
When I think of Costanza, what does everybody typically think of right off the bat?
Jerry Seinfeld.
Thank you very much. That's exactly what it was. Costanza. My brain just goes straight to George, Jason Alexander, but Seinfeld, yeah.
Yeah, Tarkor's in the house, and yes, we did that all the time back in the day when I was drinking lots of sugar. I would do the hot chocolate pack in a cup of coffee. That was really good. You might drink coffee that way, Drew.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I mean, I'll try anything almost once when it comes to like food type stuff, but that, I mean, I try it, but on the surface, I don't know. It seems a little wacky to me.
Yeah, 3 things I never got into: coffee, tea. My parents drank tea like it was going out of style, and I never got into tea. And alcohol, just never. I mean, you can put every alcoholic beverage I've ever drank into one cup, and it probably wouldn't be full. So,
wow.
I don't like tea. It gives me a headache.
Are you not from Britain? You don't
I know Glenn knows who that is.
What's that?
Glenn knows exactly who that was. It was Pete. That was Pete Puma. That was Bugs Bunny's buddy. He kept whacking him in the head every time he'd ask him, "How many lumps would you like?" Raven's got a good question. Is anyone getting calls? Yeah, to save money on your taxes. Yeah, you know what? I'm getting the tax debt relief companies. They're cold calling people, and they're not tax debt relief companies. They're scammers. And
I honestly
what they want to know is
any.
your social security number. Really, not yet?
Nope, not yet.
Well, maybe Timothy's not on the list.
Maybe.
Yeah, I've got my little Jamaican Mega Million scammer on the hook. He's been calling me like twice a day. And this morning he called me like 7 times, and I didn't answer the phone. And then when he called me this afternoon, says, "Well, where were you?" And I said, "Well, I was over at a friend's house." He's going to keep tabs on me, so make sure I'm still here for next week when my Social Security check shows up, so I can go get him the money.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Today he checked the green dot.
Yeah, the scratch back money grease spot, whatever card we saw him at the market today.
Yep.
And
Green.
it was,
That's right. That's I have.
Yeah,
that's
well,
the bank. Literally, I'm not making a joke. I have a green
that's
dot.
the one they want you to buy.
I've had it for years, and it.
Yeah, but that's the one they want you to buy the gift card. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I
Well,
didn't.
Rick had a guy on the phone. Yeah, well,
I get
the latest
disability.
video from Rick about his Jamaican jerk. The latest video from Rick on his Jamaican jerks was funny. Okay. Yeah, the latest video that Rick has up with his Jamaican jerk friends, they were asking him about they said the jerk said his name was Frederick Meyer. And as soon as it hit me, I said, that's a Kroger store. Fred Meyer is a Kroger store.
Oh, jeez.
And I said, the guy's trying to play off that he's Fred Meyer? Give me a break, man. And it was the Jamaican scammer.
Hey, Roger,
Yeah.
I saw the video you had today where the guy said his name was Harley Davidson. Did you
Yes.
catch that?
Really? Really?
Really? I didn't see that. Oh my gosh, that must have been right. That's right up your alley, Roger.
It was real subtle. No, it was real subtle where he said it. I just blew it away. Yeah, whatever.
Huh?
I had to make a comment on that one. I said, hey, Roger, was that really Harley Davidson?
Yeah, it must have been.
Oh, good old.
Yeah, there you go. Samantha says, I used to get the ridiculous callers and learn that they're just a bunch of low-down scumbags. Nikki is in the house finally. Nikki, I didn't get a message. I was watching the SWS video. Oh, sorry. Nick, everybody's saying hello to Nikki.
Hi, Nikki. And I called you yesterday, Roger, and you didn't answer.
Oh, I had so much going on with her yesterday, so.
Okay, I don't leave messages. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I wanted to ask about
I think
you or Willie. I don't know. There was a Jeep Cherokee Grand Cherokee, maybe red, and it looked like it may have been a memory, or maybe there's a new one in the house, and I couldn't quite tell.
No.
No, I posted that we bought it.
We bought out the lease, not bought it out. The bank owns it, but we bought out the lease.
Okay. Oh, all right. Well, that's why I wasn't sure about that. But I say Spencer Honda is my name. Obviously, my name is Spencer, but Honda's clearly not my last name, but Roger and Willie know what my last name is. But I love Honda, but I actually have a Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo. So I'm kind of fond of Jeeps as well. So when I saw that, I got a little excited. That's all. I went on way too long. I'm sorry.
I think she send a friend request on Facebook to you?
Yes, we got it.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, I think we're okay
I got
now.
a friend request out to Drew, but he never answered. So
On Facebook?
Well,
Yeah,
he lives in a.
never looked there.
If he sent it to me on Facebook, it'll probably be another 6 months before I see it because I rarely ever go to my Facebook page. Yeah, I have two Facebook pages. One that's a public page, and then one that's a private page. It's the one with my middle name is the private one, because you guys may have remembered a few years back where every single person in your family went insane. All your friends and family just lost their frickin' minds on social media. And I had to unfriend and get away from a whole bunch of people because they were insane. Yeah, that's why there's two of them out there. And I rarely check either one of them.
What I did to the nut jobs that were supposed friends, I didn't block them or anything because then it's like where I didn't unfriend them. I just put it down that they can't see my posts. So they can't see anything I'm putting up,
That is like my absolute
Wait a minute.
Or I don't really want to. I mean, I have a lot of people that disagree with me on politics. That's probably the biggest issue that I have on. But people will block me, and I'm like, and I'm talking about people that are my age and around my age. I mean, adults that are supposed to understand that you can have an opinion. If you don't like it, just scroll on to the next thing in your timeline or whatever. To unfriend and block people, I think, is a really immature thing to do unless it is 100% necessary. And I have had to do it a few times, and I don't like to have to do it, but sometimes you just have to.
I had a friend vegan friend that blocked me because I kept posting pictures of me grilling steaks.
Uh-oh.
Don't skip by the video. You don't have to watch it.
And I bet they're wearing leather tennis shoes
Darlene.
too.
Well, thank goodness Facebook
Yeah, there
doesn't
you go.
have television.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hubby goes to the doctor, Darlene. Hubby goes to the doctor Monday to get a cancerous mole removed.
Oh dear.
Oh, Darlene,
Send in your prayers.
Send in your prayers for good health and the best possible outcome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully, hopefully it's just a basal cell cancer. Those usually come out pretty well. Hopefully that's all it is, because if it's melanoma, that's a whole different thing. I had a basal cell removed from my neck about 10 or 15 years ago. Everybody's wishing Darlene's husband well. Yeah,
Okay.
Nikki, I learned this little fact from Drew last week. If I do more than 3 postings, the notifications won't go out in 24 hours.
I think I remember reading that Facebook. Say we got talking about Facebook.
Yes.
YouTube will only send out 3 notifications a day. 3 notifications. So if you do more than 3 videos, and then you do a live stream, nobody will know.
What is the point of doing that? Because it gets irritating. I don't know YouTube channels I'm subscribed to, but it's a lot. And whenever I do click on subscribe and hit the bell icon, I always hit all. That way, if I can scroll through, when I get the notifications and find out if that looks interesting, I'll save it to later. Or if I don't think it's interesting, I'll just swipe it away. But I have channels where I get no notifications. Then I will go directly to their page and see I've missed like 6 days worth of stuff because they won't send me the notifications that I signed up to get all. What is their motive behind doing that? I don't get it. I don't understand.
I've gotten notifications from channels I followed that I'm like, I didn't even realize they were still making videos. And I went and looked, and I just haven't been getting notifications at all.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. And then there's probably a whole list of stuff, Drew, that you've missed because they didn't push it out to you. And I just don't know. I don't understand it.
I heard a lot of YouTubers that'll say, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed. And because YouTube messes with people's subscriptions. If there's something you want to see and maybe you haven't clicked on the video in a while, they may just say, oh, we're not going to tell you about it anymore. It's really disturbing. So.
And now they're pushing this.
Sorry, Glenn, say it again.
I wonder if you unsubscribe and then resubscribe.
Oh, that's an idea.
Well, guys, I have to
trying to get you to do this. Yep.
Drew,
thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it.
I love hanging out with you guys.
See you tomorrow.
Absolutely. All have a wonderful evening.
Wait, why? What's tomorrow?
Keep screwing with the scammers.
Same
live stream on my channel. That's right.
Same bat time, different bat channel tomorrow.
Yes, exactly.
All right, Drew. Have a good night.
All right,
man.
guys. I'll talk to y'all later.
Joining.
Be good, everybody.
Bye.
See ya. Let me see, Catherine. This is funny. That SIM card is them trying to get your SIM card in exchange for a new one. Then they use your card to order phones to sell in the black market. Jim Brownie did a thing on it. We got to look that one up, Glenn.
Oh my gosh! People, please never give your SIM card to anybody. That's a new one I haven't heard of yet.
Right? Yeah.
Oh gosh!
Well, Glenn got it.
It didn't last very long. I
tried putting the SIM card into my landline, but it doesn't work.
You were using the wrong hole.
Yeah, maybe. That must be it. MK on YouTube, Scammers Getting Confident. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you know what? They can be confident as they want. We're still going to tear them down.
May I ask,
Uh,
what is SWS working on? What
I
is
have
her project?
that for our almost son-in-law.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I made this whole blanket a year ago and we mailed it and it didn't get to their house.
Some postal workers enjoying their own new blanket.
Oh, so you're making another one then?
Yep.
Can you hold it up a little bit? Because I'd like to see what it looks
Believe
like.
it or not, that thing looks like orange and black and white. It's actually red, white, and blue.
and blue.
Well, I'm getting red, white. That's why I like it, because it's very patriotic looking to me.
Yeah, that's why he wanted it.
Oh, yeah, that is beautiful.
Thank
Come on.
you.
You know that's nice.
Julie said, Nikki,
Wow.
my YouTube never sends out notifications, so I set an alarm at 5:55. So 5:55 her time. She's on the same time as Glenn.
I got to join Glenn's page. I just don't know what it's
No,
called.
he doesn't have a page.
I don't have one.
Oh. Well, then how-
He sells all his stuff to Drew, and Drew puts it up for him. He charges an arm and a leg, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm
On the
confused.
one on the left.
No, Glenn does not have a YouTube page because he's on here right now. So he has to have a YouTube page.
Well, no,
Or
he
look-
has. Yeah,
Think?
not an official subscribed to YouTube page where he posts videos.
Oh, okay. All right.
I send him to Drew, and he graciously puts them up for me.
And he does. Drew even put some animation to him, and he does a good job with it.
Okay. I'm still kind of new to you guys. Not Roger and Willie, but Willie and or not Glenn and Rick and all the other people.
Darlene, yes, we're wishing him well. I hope this one comes out really well for him. It's skin cancer is really not anything to joke about. Yeah, good luck, and you're in our thoughts and prayers. Tell him we're pulling for him. Oh, this is great. Costanza, next time ask them about open enrollment 2029.
I got a call today. The guy never introduced his name or what company or thing he was with. Like, I'm with, Medicare or something like that. I answer the phone and it was either Betty or Dixon. And the first thing he says is, spell your name for me and what's your social security number.
Wow.
First thing right out of the box.
Oh, go for the throat right away.
Oh God, some of these people.
Yeah.
What do you give him fake information like Roger does, or you just hang up?
Oh, I give them fake information. I've got a file on my cell phone that I pull up, and when I'm talking to them, I have all this information, all my fake names, social security numbers, addresses,
Pizza paper,
Medicare card numbers. I mean, you name it, I've got it. And every time they
Glenn
come up
was
with something new, I'll make up something new and write
Spencer.
that down.
Yes, sir.
Glenn was the one who turned me on to the fake credit card generator website. And it not only has fake credit card numbers, it also has routing numbers. It also has another page for VIN numbers.
For your car.
Yes. So when they call about it, because that's what they ask for is your VIN number. So yeah, that's it. It's a great little site to screw with them.
It's been a little bit, Roger, but because I cracked up with this. I mean, you never left your seat there on the couch, but they wanted your VIN number. Like, hold on, I'm trying to get to, in whatever character. Let me get out to because nobody has their VIN number. Even though I'm a car guy, nobody has their VIN number memorized.
Well, you
You're
go
like,
out the whole thing, you go out the garage and get it.
I mean, that just, and then you came back in and they're like, no, that's not right. And you're like, oh, I have to go back out and check it again. I mean, you were really screwing with scammers.
And I was in my wheelchair going down the driveway, which is a half a mile from the house to get to my garage.
Those were so funny. I
And
cackled
they
like,
made me go back out. Well,
yeah, you're right. You
the
to go back.
VIN number,
It's
the
so
VIN number
funny.
that was randomly generated today was for a 2012, and I said it was a Nissan Extra. And
Oh,
he goes,
Nissan
"What?"
Xterra.
I said, "A Nissan Extra." And then
Yeah.
I spelled it. I go, "Oh, Xterra. Xterra." I said, "Okay, Xterra, whatever." And
Well, I've got
I
one
love
of
when
those
they ask me
Nissan
They're
Rugwees.
so ugly, by the way, but
the Rodney. Well, and then they ask, "What's the mileage?" Who the hell knows their exact mileage on their car? So
yeah, you can give an
mine,
estimate.
I started now, and I say, "I'm sorry, I don't know the exact mileage. It's around 34,567.8 miles, but I'm not sure the exact mileage."
Exactly, but it's
And if you look at it, it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
yeah.
And they go, "Oh, okay." I said, "Okay, yeah, that's it."
It's funny when Catherine's on there too. She says she has a, I forget what model, make, a car, but I think it's a Trax, and it's got 245 miles on it. I bought it last week, and they want to sell her a warranty.
2025. Yeah, I heard that. I said,
That's a Chevy, by the
"Why are you
way.
looking for it?" I said, "Well, you called me."
Know what a Trax is? It's a little tiny SUV made by Chevrolet.
Yeah, the Chevy cracks.
Chevy. Oh
I thought
gosh.
it was never one of the, it was one of their big failed cars that didn't. I don't think it ever went anywhere.
I mean, they made them for a while, but only kind of weirdo people bought them because they were inexpensive. They were an SUV, but I mean,
Right.
they're not that reliable, or I mean, they're tiny and they're just not worth the money. I mean, and that's just again. This is not car talk tonight. I understand that, but
Yeah,
I will translate
I
into
know.
car in a heartbeat.
Anytime, yeah. Samantha says they're really ignorant and expect everyone to be so thick that they can get away with it. It's crazy. Yeah, they think that we're really stupid. And sorry, you guys are the only ones that are dumb, especially, and you guys know, and I've been calling them out. I said, "Hey, you should win Imbecile of the Year award. You are the best at it. You are the kindest, best imbecile I've ever dealt with." And the one guy said, "Oh, thank you so much." I said, "Yeah, I hope you can win Imbecile of the Year." So,
I've heard
so now
that
who's
word.
ignorant? You idiot.
It doesn't affect them at all. They have no clue what it means.
Yeah. Let's see. 1023 Curly Q. Hey Mo. How you doing? I sent you a couple of videos, little short clips, Glenn. I sent you a
Yeah.
couple of Stooges clips that were always my favorites. And you know what? A lot of people don't like Shemp, but you know, Shemp is just his own guy and he's funny in his own right. I mean,
Shemp
Curly is the
Howard.
best. Curly's my favorite, but Shemp is just so hilarious sometimes. And
I could
it's
never
just
Three Stooges. I don't know why it just didn't hit me as my kind of humor. But what I thought was funny is Jerry Seinfeld, who is my kind of humor, that's his favorite of the three. I don't know if anybody knows that, but I know a lot about Jerry Seinfeld stuff. But he loves the Three Stooges. Well, I love Jerry Seinfeld, but I couldn't quite grasp the Three Stooges comedy. It just didn't hit me the right way.
What about the Marx Brothers?
Didn't hit you. That's
Didn't
what
hit
they did.
Or Abbott and Costello.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were. I mean, they were kind of
No,
funny.
that
I
was-
guess. No, maybe I'm
Who's
too.
on first?
Who?
Who's on first?
I don't know.
Oh,
Third
yeah.
base.
Second. What's on?
Third base.
Yeah, that was one. That skit has gone down in history as like a. I mean, that is a legend for forever.
One of the greatest. Oh, TBI. Okay, let's get Julie says, "Hey, to Nikki, I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're getting well." TBI firefighter, nice to have you here. Yes, please subscribe. Thank you. Hello, everyone. The new way around it, the do not call list, is just to say hello. Yeah, and the problem is they're calling from a block number or they're calling from a spoof number or whatever it is. And then there's no way for the Federal Trade Commission to trace it. That's why I really tried to get them on long enough so they'll transfer me to the real insurance agent so I could call them out and report the real insurance agency to the Federal Trade Commission for using these tactics by hiring a third party out of the country call center to make the calls so it doesn't look like the main insurance company is calling you, but you've been connected to them. So they think you have called them. And
I got a call
they
today.
They buy the call centers.
Yeah, I got a call today where the scammer, it was final expense insurance, and they transferred me to some guy in the United States. I mean, I could tell because he had a U.S. accent, he had no Indian accent. And I said, "What agency are you with?" And he said, "Well, I'm an independent agent." And I said, "Well, what's the name of the agency?" And all of a sudden the phone hung up. And I knew the scammer cut off the call.
Right. Because they knew they were going to get their boss in trouble.
Yeah, because what happens is these insurance agencies are hiring these scammers to make cold calls. They transfer to them and then they get the business. And the scammers get their information. The insurance agent gets the business and they're bypassing the do not call list. And they don't want to screw over their insurance agents. So they stop getting money from them.
Right. And the insurance company won't buy numbers.
Do you two get the calls also? And I may have asked this in a previous live stream, so my apologies in advance if we've covered it. I don't think we have. But do you ever get the calls where they actually alter their phone number to where it looks like it's coming from your area code and very nearby? It's actually across the ocean.
All the time.
Yeah, okay. All right. They really tricky. And this is a local number. It's probably legit. And it absolutely is not.
A month or two ago, I got a call and the country code on it. It happened to be India. It was amazing. The country code they were calling from was India. They forgot to spoof their number. And unfortunately, you don't want to call it back because the international rates are ridiculous. Made that mistake one time and never doing that again. Okay. Everybody said, Manuel says hello to TBI Firefighter. TBI Firefighter says, you have to know he has a TBI, traumatic brain injury, and thus TBI Firefighter. He's a firefighter with a traumatic brain injury. And I'm so glad he's a subscriber. And I'm so glad I can make him laugh. And he commented to me that it really makes his day to have some humor throughout the day. And I'm glad I could help with that. TBI, I wish you'd reach out to me on my email, which is STUDDERING, Stan, STAN, at yahoo.com, and we'll connect. So please reach out. If you don't get it, just go ahead and comment on one of my videos, and I'll respond to you with the email printed out for you. And because everybody gets it wrong, and that's kind of why I did that, so the scammers wouldn't catch on too easy. I don't care if they get it because I set up the account just for this. So, yeah.
God bless you.
Yes, and thank you for your service, man.
Well, I just there's so many things I want to say, but I mean, you all covered it. But thank you, sir, so much. Thank you.
Exactly. Manuel says to Glenn, I enjoy your videos this morning, my friend. Thumbs up. Drew put up some good ones this morning.
I think he's still working on the one for my Jamaican scammer. I got about 3 more episodes to put up. I'm up to episode 20 with this one guy.
Oh, with the Jamaican jerk.
Yeah.
Jamaican.
I think I'm going to hold off on the very last time when I get exposed, and then I'm going to call him a bumper clock.
Yes, that'll throw him over the edge.
He's
TBI,
wasted so much time with me.
Thank you for sharing. He says his first name is Omar. Nice to meet you, Omar. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it.
When are you going to bring back Iva?
Yes, Sammy. Oh, Iva Bonner. I don't know. I just, when I'm going through my notes, I'm trying to set up a really nice binder. So when Willie takes the call, she could just tab over to what she needs. The birthday, the address, the social security number that she needs will be at her fingertips instead of fumbling through the papers. But
yeah, I actually had
yes.
an Aunt Iva, and her last,
Yeah,
she married a man named John Beard, so she became Iva Beard.
You told me that story, and then it just hit me that this guy's got his name for the man has got to be Iva Bonner. And when they read it back, they go, "Oh, Iva Bonner." I said, "Okay, that works."
I get a lot
Sammy,
of them.
this is funny.
Yeah,
Do you like my comment about the snoring? Yeah. Oh, Sammy, yes. In fact, I
don't know why this one I made up, but I wish somebody would use Philip A. Buster.
Filibuster.
Yeah, it could be.
I think I don't know. Cracks me up. I made it up, but I don't know. Philip A. Buster. Filibuster.
Well, I made up this one. His name is William Tell Overture.
Oh yeah, we all know.
That sounds a made-up name, doesn't it?
We know that one.
I gotta play this. I hope it comes through with this. The volume is just not that good on this. But Sammy, I have this soundbite that I play for the scammers. And they don't hear it.
No, the guy tried to wake you up.
Oh yeah, he tried to wake me up. I just kept it going. And when I was playing the stoner, I put this snoring on. He tried to, hey, are you there? Are you there? He had no idea that it wasn't me snoring. And then, if you guys ever get the, let me see where I have this other one. If you ever get the call and they want to give you Aflac insurance, you gotta find this one on YouTube.
Aflac.
Aflac.
I told him I wanted Aflac insurance because I know the duck.
Didn't Gilbert Gottfried wasn't that did the voice for that duck?
Yeah, he did.
I think so. Yeah, eventually it was him.
Perfect for that. I mean, I can't really tolerate his comedy too much just because of the way he talks and stuff. But he actually has some funny stuff. But he's perfect for the Aflac. I don't.
Yeah.
When's the last time we heard an Aflac commercial? I don't even know if they're still around.
Yeah, no, they are. They're still around. A couple of years ago, my daughter. A couple of years ago, my daughter was on Aflac.
Okay.
It's a Costanza. This is really good. Seinfeld should pay me for using the name. Getting more exposure is right.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my gosh.
Mickey, that's right.
Show.
The coffee machine with the hot chocolate at the doctor's lounge. Yeah, a lot of places have that in their facilities. Oh yeah, Omar, I get you, man. I when you worked graveyard shift in a hospital and you're a boiler operator, you're pretty much by yourself. We had a coffee pot available, and it was so bad to try to stay awake. I would have 2 full pots of coffee between midnight and 8 a.m. And it didn't seem to help.
2 pots of coffee?
Because I can still have coffee right now.
Wow.
And it's good. No, she's done at 1:30 in the afternoon.
2 o'clock. When I was working night shift in the emergency room, my last cup of coffee was at 2 a.m.
So
you working?
Roger sends me stuff at like 1:00 in the morning now.
What I on your I don't do it on your phone. I know that. I know better to do it on the phone.
What
It goes
time
on your
zone?
Facebook.
In? I'm sorry. What time zone are you in, Glenn?
I'm in Mountain Time.
He's a mountain.
So we're all three in different time zones.
Yeah.
Or all four.
Well,
The tree. The
7:55
four of us are in different, but the three different time zones.
Yeah, we're in three different time zones.
or
That's
6:55.
the third
Sorry.
time I've said that. I'm
Yeah,
East.
Catherine's right. She said she's getting the card services again, telling you someone's using. Yeah, you're getting that one. Amazon, PayPal. It's ridiculous.
The toll.
Oh, the toll booths are the text. I don't. And like I was telling Glenn the other day, I was getting all these stupid. Your iCloud storage is getting built. You got to renew it, and it's going to expire, and all this BS. And I click on the link on purpose, and Guardio blocks the site. Says it's a malicious website. I know it is, and then I have to report spam, and that's all you can do with it.
I have 5 security cameras here at my apartment. I only live in 500 square feet, but I have 5 security cameras that watch everything outside, and it's a tiny little bit of money per month to actually it stores my videos for 14 days in the cloud. Even if I add another camera, the price doesn't go up in terms of the monitoring and the storing of it.
Right.
So the cloud storage, I guess what I'm trying to say is I got a very similar email to what you just said, and I knew it was bull butter because it wasn't relevant to what I actually have. They were trying to scam me, and all I did was just ignore it. I mean, I didn't reply. I don't want to click on anything like that, of course.
Yeah,
but
the best thing to do is report spam.
Okay, come on, everybody. Click out of the chat and go hit the like button. There's only 3 likes on this.
Yeah, there you go.
Right now, because
Omar TDI Firefighter says, now that I am on the do not call listing, you call and just say, how are you doing? Having a good day. Finally, they suggest you visit their site. Yeah. They're just trying to get you. And the biggest thing they are doing right now is trying to get you to agree to have a callback, even though you're on the do not call list. See, Catherine, Nikki says, hi, Catherine. I received a call, didn't answer it, looked up, and it was a credit card thing. Some guy named George. George. Yeah, George Jungle. Which way did it go, George?
George
Darlene, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. I appreciate that, Darlene. If anybody when they in the right age group, they know exactly who Foster Brooks was, and I have fun doing it. Yes, Fred Mayer, Grants Pass, Oregon. Yeah, that's the and we our Kroger here is Smith's. And Glenn, yours is Fred Mayer over in Colorado, isn't it?
Our Kroger is King Supers.
King, California used to be Food King was Kroger. What is Kroger in Kentucky?
It's Kroger.
It's just Kroger, yeah, the flagship. That's the largest grocery chain.
Roger, this is pretty cool. The headquarters, the corporate headquarters, for all over the world, is here in Cincinnati.
Really?
Yeah, corporate headquarters. So is P&G. Their corporate for the entire world is also here in Cincinnati. When I say here in Cincinnati, I'm in Kentucky, but
you're on the border.
I'm like 5 seconds from Cincinnati. So,
the funny thing about P&G, my ex-wife, 100 years ago, when I would come over to visit, I would sit down. In fact, we lived with her grandmother when we first got married, and her grandmother was the sweetest gal in the world, and she was from Czechoslovakia, and greatest old gal. And she was telling me the story about when she came over here, and she migrated here out of Czechoslovakia during the Russian Revolution and everything, Her mother was a head chef for this mansion in New York, and the Proctors lived in the mansion.
Oh.
I talked to her a little bit, and it took me a minute. I go, oh, the Proctors of Procter and Gamble, and her mother was the head cook for them in their house, and she lived in the house in the servants' quarters with her parents. And what a cool story to know this, you know. And the
Wow.
funny thing, I asked my ex, I said, did you know she worked for the Proctor? She goes, oh, she told that story all the time. I said, do you know who they are? The Proctors, the Proctor. I said, it's Procter and Gamble. Look up almost every box of soap, every bar of soap, every spray you have under the counter is Procter and Gamble.
Oh, and so much.
Really? I go, how can you not sit there? I mean, those are the things I miss about that generation that we're becoming, that we have to tell the stories, because I don't think our kids are as interested in them as we were. But Glenn, I would love to sit down with my pop and just recant the stories of him growing up and his time in Guadalcanal during World War II and the stuff he did. You know, I mean, those are the stuff that you wish as an adult you could sit down and listen to them again.
My mom did.
Yeah.
It was when she was young, she'd moved to Colorado, and she actually worked at Lowry Air Force Base. And her job was to drive a 3-wheel Cushman scooter, delivering the mail to all the servicemen on the base.
Yes, Catherine, I agree. Nikki, real credit card companies don't call. Exactly. You'll get a fraud alert on your text, or you'll get a fraud alert on your email, and then you have to return the call. And the best way to do it is, I don't even call the number that came up on my phone. I'll call the number in the back of the credit card and talk to them. And for sure, it's legit then.
Could I say something about Procter and Gamble real quick?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Well, since I live, we have a very substantial interstate system here. Most of you, even though you don't live in this area, it's I-75. It goes from Florida to Michigan. Then we have another one called I-71. Well, for a brief period of miles, I'd say about 30 to 40 miles, I-71 and I-75 merge and are considered the same thing. But if you're coming out of Ohio on I-71, you merge under Fort Washington Way, which then takes you to Kentucky, or you can go back up in Ohio. Anyway, when you take that curve coming out of the tunnel, it's called a Lytle Tunnel. The way it was constructed with the Procter & Gamble has these two huge, beautiful towers. They're twin towers. And the interstate is built in such a way, and those buildings are to where the cars are roughly about 5 feet from the building. It is that close. May not even be that far. Might even be closer than that. And it's really strange when you're driving through that, because like you are coming so close to a building. Obviously, there's guardrails, cement, and you're this close to Procter and Gamble's that section of the building. And I mean, it's never been hit or anything. There's nothing like that. But they built that so close to the Procter and Gamble headquarters that when you drive by it, it's so massive. It's almost scary in a way. How close it is what I'm saying. When you're going, 60 miles.
Yeah, I mean, you don't until you're over there and you look over like, oh, it's right there.
It's right there.
Nikki says, didn't know Fred Meyer's part of Kroger. Fred Meyer's in California. I think it's Northern California. Southern California, it's Ralph's grocery stores. But Kroger is the evil empire of grocery chains in the United States. They're the largest in the United States. And there was a merger they were trying to do with Vons, Safeway, and Albertsons. And that would have given us one market to choose from. And I'm glad that didn't go through. Because talk about price fixing, that would be ridiculous if you got one grocery chain.
In a way.
Yeah.
That was a big
is that in there?
story for a while though in Cincinnati because and really it was just Albertsons that they were talking about. That
Yeah.
and it went on for a while, and it was going to be a huge, obviously a lot of money at that point. I mean, it was in the billion, and the
Well,
government said no, you can't do it.
well, here in Nevada, Albertsons is ridiculously priced. I mean, the prices are way exponentially greater than any other market here in town. It's terrible. Nikki says, Catherine, that credit card caller had a blurb about great deal on credit card. I think they have to change my number and get a burner to use ordering and tax preparation. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing that. Just to have a burner phone to call everybody back on would be fun. God, Omar, that's funny. My vegan friend told me I smell like flesh, so I pointed out that his leather belt next time I saw him, and he had a rope on for a belt. Well, staying true to the vegan roots.
I bet he had leather sneakers on though.
There you go.
But that or a purse or but no, they really just want to stick to the food part. They don't realize that a lot of other things are made from animals too.
Yeah, he had a Ellie Mae Clampett belt on there made out of rope. Yes, Catherine says that would be a great idea. I agree that we aggravate you to death because they don't take no for an answer. Exactly. What? Wait, what is that, TBI? What is personalized notifications? I guess you could set it to what you want. I'm not sure. That one I don't know. Tar courses, Catherine. Yes, they do. They do. I had a card company call me. There was a change in my normal habit. Right. But you can call them back directly is what we always have done. When we got a notification about fraud on our card, we would call them back. But these scammers that call won't give you a number to call back. And if they do give you a number, it's a phony number.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Here we go. Nikki said, YouTube does that with notifications. Why? They seem, yeah. We don't know why they do that because it really does hurt the channel. And it makes it less successful if people don't get all. I mean, that means they're trying to limit how much you post in one day. And that's kind of really bad. Unless, see, they want to get this super fan or whatever this stupid thing is, not just a subscription, but it's a super subscription or whatever they want you to start for members only.
They can send money as a super fan, I think is what it is.
Well, that's a different thing. A super fan is different, but they want you to start this you pay to play kind of thing for your. I said, no, I'm doing this to get the education out there. And if it gets me a couple of bucks to help buy better equipment so I could do it, maybe learn a little bit more about computers and do it a little better, that's great. But it's like, wait a minute. I don't want everybody to have to pay to see content. I want it out there for everybody to see.
So are you monetized yet or not? I didn't know if you had to get to 10K.
No, 1,000.
Okay. All right. So you are.
Then they give you stipends for watching a video. I mean, a commercial.
Yeah. Well, I have.
Not enough to completely retire, Ron, at a full-time job. Catherine says, I got one of those the other day. He asked me if I wanted to secure my card or have it sent to me, send me a new one. I said, he said, cut it up. And then he asked for a phone number on the back. Well, I already cut it up. Sorry.
Okay. Then.
Yeah. SIM cards. Yeah. Protect them with your life. Tear them up in your, yeah, absolutely get rid of them. Tarkar, I told him, he said they need to cut up the old one. So I did. Yeah, I love it. Nikki says to Mrs. SWS, such a lovely crochet.
Thank you.
Great.
interject again? I know I do this too much. I don't want to say too much about this, but Mrs. SWS, in terms of her crocheting, did a very, very kind thing for me, and sent me something that she personally made with love, just for me. And
In my favorite color.
my favorite, yeah, we did.
My favorite.
My favorite too.
Ah.
It's purple, different shades of purple, and they mailed it to me, and I got it, and I just can't say enough. You all need to know that are watching this right now. Roger and Mrs. SWS don't just do this just for fun. They also really care about us. They care about their subscribers. They care about the regulars.
Yep.
And it took her a couple of weeks, and it was well worth it. It's absolutely beautiful. It's right behind me, by the way. You can't see it in this video, but it's right behind me.
Snuggle up with it.
Oh, I have. I put it over on these live streams. I wear a sweatshirt because normally I just have a tank top on, and I don't want to do that on the live stream, so I put a sweatshirt on. But otherwise, I usually sit here and I have it over my shoulders.
I bet the cat loves it too.
She is laid on it quite a bit. You're right. And
we did wash off. Yeah, we did wash off the dog and cat fur before we sent it, though.
Oh, and I know we talked about that on the phone, but it smells so good. Glenn, I thought I'd let you know about that too. I mean, you already know these are two amazing human beings, but for everybody else watching and may watch later, I just want to let you know, thank you, Willie. And I absolutely love it. And so whatever she's well, they said the future, son-in-law?
Yeah. Well, we hope so.
Yeah. And it's going to be equally as perfect as what she so generously sent to me.
I got TBI. He had a really good one here. Another way to gain access to your phone is through the push of a key to be placed on the Do Not Call list, which actually installs a backdoor to your firewall. Well, too bad, because my landline, they can try to do whatever they want. There's no way they're going to install anything on our landline. So 90% of my calls come in through the landline. So I can push all the keys I want. And especially when
I found out most of my calls come in through my landline, but I haven't used it in a couple of years. But the thing is, I've got Comcast, and I've got it set up where any call that comes in on my landline automatically forwards to my cell phone. So they think I'm using my landline.
Do you have Chromecast?
Chromecast and Xfinity.
Chromecast, yeah.
Well, I have Chromecast, and I'm looking when I'm talking to you. I don't have a computer. I don't have a tablet. I don't have a laptop. It's just my phone. Over me. A lot of times you'll see me do this and look up. That's because my television is on mute, but I'm casting this to my television via Chromecast.
The Chromecast, yeah. So you eat a lot of toast. You get a lot of crumbs everywhere.
I love it.
Raven says to Glenn, "You don't have a pizza page, Glenn?"
No, I got a pizza paper and a pan.
A pan, yeah.
But a pan.
I know everybody's seen my pizza paper. Wow, Omar, that's mesothelioma survivor myself, dude. I'm absolutely stunned that my father, my brother, and myself, thank God, we did not contract mesothelioma, because we worked in the auto industry. And back in the day, 99% of the brake pads and brake shoes were asbestos. And when we did a brake job, we would just blow out all that asbestos dust around the shop, and we breathed it in. There was no warning. We didn't know. But, thank God none of us had been diagnosed with that. You just never know. But that's horrible thing.
Roger, because you do that for, I mean, that inhaling it for any period of time is dangerous, but over and over and over with the asbestos, right? The brakes were asbestos.
Especially as a young boy and teenager, you know. And yeah, Catherine's right. I'm with you, Catherine. I don't use my cell phone for much of anything. It's off more than on. Plus, when I got it, I had to unlist it. Yeah. The landline, which is 27 years old, on the other hand, everybody has it. Yeah, that's right. It's like, whatever. Go ahead, call me. Darlene, there's a Pizza Hut just down the road, a pizza pie just down the road. Oh, here you go. Catherine said, I made a charge for $3,000 with a company, the card company question charge from me about the charge. I don't let it go though. Yeah, I mean, they'll question it and you say, no, that's not mine. I've had a couple of things like that. But they're not asking you for your number either though. They call you. Nikki says, really, regarding the DNC list, I'm mortified. I didn't get calls for a long time until I had my taxes prepared, placed a few orders, and then the calls started again. Yeah, on May 1st. They sell your numbers.
I will be back in about 1 minute.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Well, just about time.
It's just about time. Give us a minute, Spence.
All right.
Spencer, just give us a minute, Spencer.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I have swollen eyelid from shingles episode. Oh my
gosh.
That's tough, Nikki. Thank God I did get my Shingrex series. Hopefully I don't get a case of the shingles. You can tell them that their name is Dickheads. And they'll call you that. Yeah, sometimes they'll catch on and hang up, but hemp is it took me a long time to understand him. Yeah. I just told what Jim said. I just told the warranty scammer 75 Volkswagen Dasher.
With the alter ego.
Yeah, not hemp, Shemp. I figured that's what you meant, Nikki.
So with my alter ego Dixon Myers, I tell him my first name is Dixon, then I spell it for him. And then there's a pause, and my last name is Myers, and I spell that for them. So there's a space between the two names. And when they read it back, so you're Dixon Myers. Yeah, that's right. I mean, just having a little bit of a pause between the two names throws them off because they don't realize that they go together.
It throws them off, yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, let me see what catch it. We're a little bit behind. Not bad. Sure, you could use it. We're pretty much. Yeah, we're pretty much where we want to be. Sorry if I didn't get to. I think I got everybody that was here to give them a shout out for being. And Maria Paz, yes, thank you for there. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to get the heck out of here. We got to go catch a dinner. Kind of getting a little. My blood sugar a little low.
Gets a little shaky.
Yeah. What was that, Spencer?
I said, make sure you eat a steak just to piss off the vegans.
That's it. I'll show them I'm cooking one. All right, everybody. Dan Turner, I didn't give you a shout out, but Dan, thank you much for joining. Dan is a great subscriber with the greatest comments, and I'm always so glad that you guys get a kick out of my insane humor while I waste the scammer's time. So I appreciate that for understanding it. Well, you guys take care. Don't take these calls. Don't give out your personal information. And if you don't know who's calling you, don't answer it. Or if you did answer it and it sounds fishy, it is. Hang up on them. Don't take their calls. And again, as I always say, if someone is calling you and you didn't answer it, and they really needed to get a hold of you, they will leave a message. Take care, stay safe, and always, always, everybody, remember, we are screwing with scammers so you don't have to. See you guys next week.
Wear your seatbelts. Be kind to cats.
Absolutely.